It is Friday, the end of the week for trading. I'm here to reflect on this week's price action. If you recall, on my weekly outlook that I posted on Sunday, I made it clear that this week is not going to be the best of week for trading because we're expecting high impact news, which is the NFP, today being Friday. So I'm actually making this video before the NFP release because I'm done trading for the week. So I told you guys that we are going to expect low range days from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and probably Friday being the NFP release is going to have the volatility for the week, and that will eventually show the direction for price, especially for the dollar. If you recall what I said in my previous weekly outlook, that the dollar is changing direction because of the creation of the swing point after the sweep of sell side liquidity, and we can see that price is reversing to the upside, and I'm leaning towards bullish dollar this week, especially this month. The DXY and the non-farm payroll is going to show if we are going to expect bullish dollar this month. So this week I only took one trade on Tuesday on gold. Is a bullish setup. I know that is against the direction of the dollar. If we are expecting bullish dollar, then gold should be bearish. But as you know, gold usually don't respect what the dollar does. Gold is really bullish, and I'm expecting that the bullishness on gold continues. That was why I took that setup on gold, and I'm still holding. Although price is just ranging around the entry point, but hopefully after the NFP release, I will know if I'm going to hold that trade to TP or I'll just close it if it's necessary. So NFP week are usually not the best for trading. If you gamble your account, you might end up losing that account. Next week, you won't have account to trade. That is why it is very important that you keep your account. In fact, not trading is the best way to save your account, right? Because if you keep your account, then tomorrow, next week, next month, then you have account to trade. But if you gamble your account and blow it, then you won't have account to trade. So not trading is also a part of risk and trade management. So since I didn't have much during this week, I only took one trade on gold. I'll take you to my screen and show you the trade I took and how I'm holding the trade. So if you have not been following my weekly outlook, I'm going to leave the link over here to the playlist so that you go and follow, because every week, especially on Sunday, I drop hints and tips of what we are going to expect across the dollar pairs and other pairs. So make sure you watch the playlist and stay tuned for next weekly outlook, which is coming up on Sunday. So let's go to my screen. I will show you the trade, and I'll also show you how I am journaling my trade, and the most important, the program which I'm using, which is the Gold Funded Trader. The Gold Funded Trader is a very nice profile. That is the account I'm documenting on this channel. If you want to get an account with them, please make sure to use the link in this video description. See you. Okay guys, this is my trading journal. It's actually Notion. So this is how I journal my trade. As you can see, this is the gold trade I took. It is a bullish setup. This is a screenshot, right? When we go to trading view, I'm going to explain why I took this trade. So it was on the 30th of September, which is Tuesday, on the 4-hour time frame, using a fair value gap during the New York session. This is the note. I actually wrote down how I took the trade and how I am feeling about this trade. If you look at the rules here, you see that I did not actually follow my rule, and I'm going to explain that when we get to trading view. So this is basically how I journal my trade. The outcome is empty, the P&L is empty. When the trade hits stop loss or take profit, I'm going to complete these ones, right? Whether win or loss. So this is basically how I journal my trade. This is the only trade I took this week on gold. So let's go to trading view. So this is gold on trading view on the weekly time frame. If you can see after this consolidation, look at the movement that we have. Very bullish, right? We have series of fair value gaps, breakaway gaps. That shows momentum. Price is not ready to match break. Like and gold is just running higher. Even the silver too. Silver is also running higher, which is why I am longing gold. So let's go down to the daily time frame. So you can see the daily time frame. We first mitigated this fair value gap, then we push up here. We broke structure here, showing that we are moving to the upside. At least the confirmation, you can see that we are closing above this swing high with momentum, right? But this is not where I took the trade. If we go down to the 4-hour time frame, this is where I took the trade. After we broke structure above this high, we created a fair value gap here. At this point, I was a little bit skeptical about taking this trade. I wanted to see more confirmation. The reason why I was even skeptical is because of the NFP. You know, during the weekly outlook, I already said trading this week is going to be kind of low probability because most of the volatility we are going to have this week is going to be housed on NFP. So if NFP is going to release the volatility, that means from Monday to Thursday, we are going to have low range days. So that was why I was skeptical about taking this trade when we drop down into this fair value gap. But on a normal day, I would have taken this trade. So I was monitoring price and I saw that we had a fair value gap here, which is supposed to push price down if we are going to reverse. Remember, this one is supposed to push price up if we are continuing the bullishness, and this one is going to push price down if we are going to reverse. But this is going to act as a trapped order flow, because if we have a bullish fair value gap, a bearish fair value gap, price might just decide to keep bouncing around this level. So I needed confirmation to show that we are really going to disrespect this fair value gap or disrespect this one. So fast forward, I saw that price has closed above this fair value gap with this candle. You can see we closed above it. This is where I entered a position, a long position, targeting about 1 to 3. I'm going to turn on the distance so that you see the position. So this is the position I have running. Usually I don't take trades with inversion fair value gaps. I usually wait for proper fair value gap to take my entry, and this is where I could have taken this entry if I waited for a creation of this fair value gap and mitigation of it. This is where I could have taken this entry around this price region. I don't know why I took the trade here. Is it fear of missing out? I don't think so. I'm trying very well to make sure I combat all those negative trading mindsets, fear of missing out, and just unnecessary emotions while trading, because I found out that these are the things that keep you in the loop of not being profitable, and I'm very, very determined to break that shackle. I am combating all the negativities in my trading. If I had waited, I should be in on this candle that came into this fair value gap. I'm still holding the trade. This is where my invalidation point, below this swing low. If price comes down to it, no problem. which I don't think that the NFP is going to have that kind of volatility to even push below this price level when the news is released. So I'm going to possibly wait and see what the NFP is going to do. Maybe we'll get some kind of retracement. Maybe next week we'll continue the push up. I'm still holding the trade. Take profit, SL or nothing. I'm not going to close this trade halfway. I'm just going to wait. Either we hit SL or we hit take profit. So guys, this is the trade I have for you this week, and I think I have explained why I took this trade and why I made the mistake. One thing in trading is you need to know the mistakes you make, because if you know the mistakes you make, then it will be easier to find solution for them. If you cannot recognize the mistake you make, then how are you going to find solution for those mistakes? So you see, that is why you need to journal your trading. If you have not been journaling, please, you need to start journaling, because with journaling you are going to know the mistakes you make every week. When you reflect on your previous week, you will see the mistakes and the inconsistencies that keep occurring in your trading. So I hope this video helped you. On Sunday, I'm going to release the weekly outlook. Please make sure that you also watch that video. It will help you to decide. I'm also going to do a pair selection. Usually I do pair selection and I release the weekly outlook. So the pair selection is going to guide you on particular pairs that you should be focusing on. But to me, I think the dollar pairs are going to be a very sweet pair to trade this week because of how the DSY is developing. So I will take you to my gold funded trader dashboard to show you how the account is standing right now. So guys, this is the gold funded trader dashboard. You can see that I'm still in profit. This week was not the best of weeks, so that is why you didn't see any much change in the account history and the dashboard. So where I left the account last week is where I'm still holding the account. So basically I'm trying my best to make sure I manage this account properly. So we have about, the current balance is $8,252, right? So we have about $374 to pass this account. Hopefully next week we should be able to pass this phase 1 and get our phase 2 going. Gold funded trader is a very nice program. According to what I've seen, they have no hidden rules. They have static drawdown. So you don't have to be afraid of, oh, what if I hold the trade and the trade comes back and hit my stop loss? Are they going to breach my account because of daily drawdown? No. The daily drawdown is fixed and it resets. Let me show you. You can see, look at this corner here where you see my crystal. You can see that I have 10 hours for the daily drawdown to reset. So whatever loss I make from now is going to reset in the next 10 hours. So after these 10 hours, then I'm going to start afresh on my daily drawdown. And you can see the max drawdown is fixed. So you don't have to be afraid. I know drawdowns is one of the things that make traders fail their evaluation. With gold funded trader, you don't have to be afraid of drawdowns, and they don't have any hidden rules. Let me just go through the rules so that you see it. Okay, this is the news, right? Any trade opened or closed, either manually or automatically, such as via stop loss, take profit or pending orders, within 2 minutes before or after the release of high impact news, as indicated by a red folder on forexfactory.com, can generate a maximum profit of 1% of the account's initial balance. Does this policy apply to both challenge and funded phase? Yes. it applies. What happens if profit exceed 1% during this time? If the profit generated from trade during the restricted time exceed 1% of the initial account, the excess profit will be removed. This adjustment will not result in any kind of breach or penalty to the account. So what they're basically saying is that if you enter a trade before 2 minutes or after 2 minutes of high impact news or red folder news as indicated by Forex Factory, you cannot generate more than 1% of your initial balance. So if you make more than 1%, the excess, let's assume you make 2%, that additional 1% is going to be removed from that profit you made. So you see, and this will not result in any breach. It's just that they're going to withdraw the excess, which is the additional 1% you made. You see why I said that gold funded trader is a very nice program for you to trade. Guys, this is the information I want to share with you about the gold funded trader. It's a very nice program. You can try them out. They have massive promo running. In fact, your first purchase, you are going to get 40% discount on that account. And I think they also have additional promos running. But you get 40% discount on your first account and 30% discount on your second purchase. So guys, what are you waiting for? Use the link in this video description to get an account. That is all for today's video, guys. If you are watching this video, please make sure you subscribe. Help your boy grow, bro. Help your brother. Subscribe to this channel. Hit the like button, hit the bell notification button so that you get notified each time I drop a new video. So guys, I wish you a good trading week. See you next week.